I think another body shot and a couple more headshots, and I think the referee will stop this fight.
15 seconds to go.
He's going to make it to the bell.
We'll give it to, I'll tell you, Brown, with that Air Force and that military training in terms of being fit, I'll give him that. He won't stay down.
Being tough. You cannot go through that kind of training and not be tough.
Exactly. Huge round for Chavez Jr. And crowd on its feet. Some areas of the arena here in Chicago.
Wait on him until your hands up. Look, keep your hands up. Look at him on that hand. Do not drop his left hand. Let's go, baby. You got you. Give me a ring. When he's standing in front of you, he's not ready to start punching.
Very one-sided, way to connect by both fighters. When I say it's good matchmaking, what I mean is from the standpoint of Chavez's people. They test their man a little bit without really endangering him. It's not good matchmaking for the fans.
Stand there and watch.
Well, here we see Chavez getting away from that shot, and there's that overhand right.
Yeah, good move by Chavez there.
Another angle here. We're waiting here. There's that miss, and there's that overhand right.
That's really well done, professionally done.
I mean, as you see, he slips over to the side, but he actually leaves his hands down.
You know, we didn't hear everything in Lewis Brown's corner, but one thing I'd almost certainly say, they never asked him, do you want to stop it? It's not the kind of guy.
Probably not even an issue.
But you know, with a fighter like Brown like that, you know, sometimes you have to take control and say, you know what, son, or whatever you want to call him, you know what, you're taking a lot of punishment here. You know, if I'll give you another round, and I'll see if you can actually come out and do something. If not, then I'll stop the fight because I don't want to see you get hurt.
Look who's punching again.
Yeah, I think it would be an injustice to stop it right now on him. I really do.
Brown firing back. He doesn't have the guns to match Chavez. Chavez sweeping right hand. Now he'll close in. Yeah, I think we'll see if Chavez takes his time. Boy, he doesn't get ahead of himself, as you mentioned, Gennaro, does he?
No, he don't. And Willie Brown's eye look like it's swelling up, and it's halfway closed, I think. You know, those shots that he's been receiving with that right hand,
certainly been hit enough times for it to happen.
They haven't been cotton balls being thrown at him either. They've been hard punches. But you know what? Oh, another right hand. I'm wondering what's keeping him up. He's taking a lot of shots.
This guy can take a shot.
He's got a good chin, and he is determined. And he is he's a professional boxer. There is an element to this as part of the game, you know?
No doubt. No matter how much the crowd was Chavez, anti-Brown, they better give him his due after this.
Well, you know what? There's going to be questions, though. He hit him with some uncontested right hands in this round. He's the bigger man, and Louis Brown is still standing there and not really hurt.
But he just couldn't have a rock hard jaw. That's all there is.
Yeah, you know, a fighter like this that you know is willing to throw his life in there and take all this punishment. You know,
are you telling me he's the only junior middleweight that can take these punches?
No. By all means, I'm not. But you know what? This is what causes blood clots and stuff like that.
I agree
being able to stay in there and take all these punishments. You know, I understand that. You know, hey, you're a fighter, you're trained to be a fighter, but you know what? You also have to say, you know what? How much more punishments can I take? You know, I'm getting beat up pretty bad here. He ain't winning around. Chavez has all the tools. I mean, just look at him. He's a fighter that can actually fight for a world title right now.
Chavez.
Yes.
You know what? He wants to, guys.
Well, he's being brought along very, very slowly.
Well, you look at a guy like Alfonso Gomez, for example, who just beat Gatti. Sometime soon, that could be the fight.
Yeah, I hear there was talks about them trying to ask Chavez to fight.
That would be a very good match for Chavez.
But I mean, look at the tools.
Right hand referee. He was watching the last minute and a half. And it's a good move. If the corner didn't stop it, as you said, Gennaro, the referee did the right thing, I would think.
Yeah, I honestly believe it was the right thing to do.
I'm fine with the referee stopping it, but I don't think you could expect Louis Brown, you know, to want to give it up at that point. He feels like he's still in the fight. He's not being knocked down. He took a knee voluntarily, and, you know, and his corner, out of respect for him, says, hey, Louis, if you still want to go, you go.
Yeah, and a fighter, he had all his wits about it. It was clear he was punching back, so the fighter should know where he is.
You know, this is not UFC or MMA. You know, the guys are supposed to keep fighting. There's no submission here.
I'm glad you said that.
Boy, the argument is what I'm going to get into the computer for that one.
A resounding win from Julio Cesar Chavez, sweeping every round, but man, this guy came to fight, the man in blue.
Willie Brown couldn't get away from the right hand. I mean, look at the perfect right hands that Chavez was throwing with no response from Willie Brown.
And look at him object as soon as the referee pulled the plug. Look at him object.
I mean, but would you honestly...
No.
Would you honestly reject that?
No,
I would never. I would probably thank the referee for saving my life. Well, there is a winner. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. continues to be unbeaten. Continues his way on to fighting for a world title.
Julio Cesar Chavez with a resounding statement here tonight in Chicago as Michael Buffer makes it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 2 minutes, 42 seconds, round number 5. The winner by TKO victory, still undefeated. De Culiacan, Mexico, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
Wow. The crowd just loved it. And I give a round of applause to his vanquished opponent, Louis Brown. CompuBox numbers, look at this. Brown can't match the firepower, but the work rate was there. He never stopped trying, even if perhaps he stopped believing, Gennaro.
I mean, you look at the percentage rate that Chavez landed. I mean, there's no question of doubt that, that he was actually controlling whenever he wanted to. He landed and connected the punches.
And just briefly, progression from Chavez, what do you see? What little things did you see tonight, perhaps, that impressed you a little bit more,
Well, it showed me that he's being patient, even though he had his opponent hurt several times. He was patient enough to maintain the rhythm, but I actually see that he needs to not drop his hands a little more. Let's go with Wally to see what Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. has to say.
All right, guys, I'm standing here with Julio Cesar Chavez. They're cutting the wraps off. Congratulations, another terrific win for you. Was this, in a way, a tougher fight than you expected because your opponent took a lot of hard punches?
¿Fue una pelea más dura de lo que tú esperabas?
Pues sí, no fue una pelea dura, mucho, aguantó muchos golpes.
Yes, it was a very tough fight. He took the punch real good.
Me lastimé mi mano derecha.
My right hand is hurt in the first round. The knuckle.
Estoy bien y pienso que estoy listo para cosas mejores.
I'm fine, and I think I'm ready for better things.
Quiero dar las gracias a toda la gente de Chicago que vino a apoyarme.
I want to thank everybody in Chicago that came to support me.
Gracias y viva México.
Thank you, and viva Mexico.
All right, so you got Louis Brown out of the way. Are you ready now to step up the caliber of your opposition and start fighting some contenders?
¿Ya estás listo para llevar a tu pelea a un nuevo nivel más alto?
Claro que estoy listo.
Sure, I'm ready.
Yo estoy listo para lo que mi promotor diga.
I'm ready for whatever my promoter says.
Si hay que pelear con el que sea, peleo con el que sea.
I have to fight whoever I have to fight, I'll do it.
Me gustaría en lo particular,
I would like in particular,
cerrar este año con una pelea con Alfonso Gómez.
Close this year with a fight with Alfonso Gómez.
Que fue el que le ganó a Arturo Gatti.
The one that beat Arturo Gatti.
All righty, now let's get back to the hand injury for a second there. Do you think that that's going to keep you out of the gym for a while?
¿Piensas que te va a mantener esa lesión fuera del ring?
No, lo que pasa es que 2 semanas antes de entrenarme pegando en los sparring.
No, what happened was 2 weeks of hitting, against the sparring.
Se me hinchó el nudillo.
Okay, the knuckle got swollen, the middle knuckle got swollen.
Y creí que no me iba a dar problemas, pero
I didn't think it was going to be a problem, but
el muchacho tenía la cabeza dura.
He had a hard head.
Well, you still used the right hand plenty of times in there in spite of the injury.
Usaste la mano derecha bastante, además de la lesión.
Sí, estamos trabajando mucho en usar mi mano derecha más y creo que hemos mejorado y creo que demostré en la pelea.
That's what we've been working on, and I think we have gotten better, and you saw the fight.
All righty, well, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. remains undefeated. Now, you did get hit a couple of times here with the left hook. How did that happen?
Un par de veces con esa mano izquierda. ¿Cómo pasó?
Sí, claro, me dejé a veces golpear un poquito, ¿no? Innecesariamente, lo que pasa es que me dolía demasiado mi mano derecha. En serio,
yeah, you know what? He called me a couple of times, but my knuckle was hurting pretty much.
No me gusta hablar, simplemente pues No, simplemente me golpeó. Simplemente.
I don't like to make excuses. He just hit me.
He was a tough opponent. Well, we thank you very much for your time and congratulations. Best of luck to you. Here, you can watch your finishing flurry right here. Were you surprised it wasn't stopped sooner?
Sí, claro que está.
¿Sorprendió que no la pararon antes?
Sí, porque muchos rounds atrás lo estuve golpeando igual que esa vez. No sé por qué la pararon ahí.
I was surprised because I was hitting him a lot of times like that on many rounds.
All righty, thank you very much, Julio. Congratulations again. Back to Nick Charles at ringside.
Oh, for the 15th? Thank you, Wally. Julio. All right, we're ringside here. Genaro Hernandez. We just saw a beautiful exhibition. Very little to nitpick at, but now we're moving forward to really the moment we've been waiting for. Thrill a minute, guys. We see Eric Morales trying to make history and break a tie, really, so to speak, with Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. Talk about